All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about something that affects every single one of us. The hidden mental traps that are secretly pulling the strings on your wallet. These are the little glitches in our brain, the psychological biases that steer our financial decisions, and most of the time, we don't even have a clue it's happening. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You get that rush in the store, you swipe your card, and then you get home, and that excitement just deflates. You're looking at whatever you just bought thinking, what was I thinking? Well, I've got some good news for you. It's not that you're just bad with money. The thing is, your brain is running on some old, invisible software, a set of hidden rules that can seriously mess with your finances. So today, we're gonna drag those rules out into the open so you can see exactly what's going on. Okay, first up, let's talk about the traps that completely mess with how we see value and price. This is where your brain's calculator starts getting, let's just say, a little too creative, and it can get really expensive. Our first trap is something called the anchoring bias. And trust me, this one is powerful. Basically, the very first piece of information you see, that's the anchor, and it pretty much dictates every judgment you make after that. Your brain just locks onto it. And this is the perfect example of how it gets you. You see that original price of $100? Boom, that's the anchor. It's set. So when you see the sale price of $75, your brain isn't really asking, is this thing actually worth $75? Nope, it's just thinking about the deal. It feels like you're saving $25, not spending $75. All right, our next trap is kind of related, but it's a bit weirder. It's called the endowment effect. And it's this funny quirk in our brains where we start to think something is way more valuable just because it belongs to us. Just think about, I don't know, your favorite coffee mug. If someone wanted to buy it from you, you might say, oh, it's gotta be $15, right? I mean, it's got memories, but if you broke it and saw the exact same mug in a store, you'd probably think, I'll pay $5 for it. See? It doesn't make any logical sense. But that's the endowment effect in action, making your own stuff feel way more special than it actually is. So now we're moving into a different kind of trap. These aren't about numbers so much as they are about our feelings and that deep primal need we have to just follow what everyone else is doing. The sunk cost fallacy. This one is a classic. You've probably heard it called throwing good money after bad. It's that nagging little voice in your head that tells you you can't stop now, you can't give up, because you've already put so much time or money or effort into it. This breaks down the twisted logic perfectly. So, step 1, you put $500 into a stock. Then, step 2, the value plummets. Now, that $500, it's gone. The only logical question now is this stock a good investment today at its new price? But that's not what our brain does, is it? Look at step 3. The sunk cost fallacy kicks in and we throw another $200 at it, trying to make back the money we already lost. We're letting a past mistake dictate a brand new decision. And then there's herd mentality. This is pure human nature. We're wired to believe there's safety in numbers. But in the world of money, this shows up as a massive fear of missing out. You know, FOMO. It's why we jump on crazy investment trends or buy into market bubbles, just because it looks like everyone else is getting rich. I think this quote just nails it. We think the safe bet is to just follow the crowd. But what if the crowd is sprinting straight for a cliff? Sometimes the smartest financial move is having the guts to stand still or even walk in the other direction. And the last trap we'll look at here is mental accounting. This is that strange little filing system we all have in our heads for our money. Logically, we know a dollar is a dollar, but our brains just refuse to treat them all the same. This chart shows it perfectly. We have our serious salary money that we're careful with, but then we get a tax refund or work bonus, and suddenly that money feels like fun money or bonus splurge money. We treat it like it's less real, like it's free money from a game, even though a dollar from your bonus buys the exact same thing as a dollar from your paycheck. Okay, so we've gone through all the ways our brains can sabotage us. That's the bad news. The good news? You can fight back. So now for the most important part, what do we actually do about all this? Let's talk about the tools to break free. And you might be surprised to hear the solution isn't some complicated new budget app. The most powerful weapon you have is something called metacognition. I know, it's a fancy word, but all it means is thinking about your thinking. It's about learning to press pause and just ask, wait a minute, which one of these mental traps might be messing with me right now? So let's build a quick toolkit. To fight that urge to splurge, give yourself a 24-hour cool-down period on non-essential purchases. To beat the anchoring bias, look at a deal and ask yourself, okay, what's the anchor here and what's the real value to me?
To escape the sunk cost trap, frame it this way. If I was starting fresh today with the money I have now, would I still make this choice? For mental accounting, just keep reminding yourself, all money is green. A bonus is your salary, a windfall is your salary, and finally, and maybe most importantly, try to make big money decisions when you're calm and level-headed, not when you're super excited or stressed out.
And that really brings us to the final, most important question. The goal here isn't just to learn the names of these biases, it's to see them in your own life. So I want you to really think about it. Which one of these traps has its hands on your wallet? Because the moment you can name it, the moment you can see it, that's the moment you start to win.